Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I decided to do a deep dive on a company that I'm invested in and that is very near to my heart since I had an internship with this company many years ago now. The company is PayPal and it's part of my portfolio. I'm going to do this video in one shot, so forgive me if there is any parts where maybe it's a bit slow or it's not clear, but I'm not the type to that would refine the video and edit it. I just talk to you as I'm talking to a friend. So I hope you enjoy the video. So basically, about a month ago, PayPal had an investor day in which they detailed for every part of their business their ambition. They also shared some interesting numbers about their results to date since the beginning of the year, and it really starts to show the outcome of the new management team and the new CEO that joined about 2 years ago or so, Alex Chris. And in this video, I'm going to show you some numbers and some of the exciting features and outcomes that PayPal has reached. And after that, I will show you a very quick overview of the chart in the past months and also zoom out to look at the view since the peak that PayPal had in 2021. And I'm also going to show you my position and my plan for the upcoming earnings call that is coming on Tuesday, July 29th, pre-market. So, PayPal is all about building the next generation commerce platform. For many years now, PayPal has positioned itself as the company that sits in between merchants and consumers and shoppers. But Alex Chris and his new management team that came from all the corners of e-commerce and fintech has really shifted the mindset of PayPal to start shipping new products and really increase the TPV on PayPal and transform PayPal from a payments company to a commerce platform that enables merchants to increase their revenue and profits, but also enables the consumers, you and I, the retail consumers, to have the most seamless and enjoyable shopping experience. So on the left side, basically, Alex Chris started by highlighting the importance of dynamic and personalized shopping experiences. And from the consumer side, PayPal aims to become a shopping companion through this personalized checkout experience and a reward system in which consumers feel like they have something to gain by shopping exclusively through PayPal. And the three dimensions of this shift would be, of course, the online world. It would be the in-store experience. So PayPal wants to go what they call omni-channel, but also PayPal, since the spike of artificial intelligence use cases, PayPal has included agentic shopping, and they're including smart agentic profiling and agentic support to both merchants and consumers to increase TPV. On the next slide, basically, Alex Chris also showed the penetration and the potential of the addressable markets in which PayPal operates. In terms of online payments, the total addressable market is estimated at 125 billion US dollars, with PayPal having less than 20% penetration. Next, in the same idea of becoming omni-channel, PayPal has sized the offline payment revenue addressable market to 1% as a payment processor, and the total addressable market to $200 billion and a penetration of less than 1%. And same thing in the ads, commerce, and credit revenue addressable market. The potential is estimated at $800 billion with less than 1% penetration. So this really shows you the untapped market potential that PayPal can still reach and all the opportunities that lie ahead for the company. PayPal is also exploring the next generation of payment by including Bitcoin, PayPal USD, and later payment with other cryptos. And it is both in the event of a buying or purchase intent, but also to send money in peer-to-peer or to spend money, even shopping with crypto with PayPal merchants. And you see here that the experience is very seamless with here this UX UI experience with either an option to pay with your MasterCard or with Bitcoin or PayPal USD or PayPal Credit. And you will see later maybe solutions where you can pay with Solana, with Cardano, or any one of your favorite cryptos. In the next slide, basically what the PayPal management showed is that the reward programs on PayPal are going to be more and more interesting. And the first results with the power users of PayPal that are active in the reward economy has increased the checkout total value by 2.6x, so a factor of 2.6 for reward earners, and the 3.4x increased checkout for accounts with multiple funding instruments, meaning people that pay in multiple ways. So very interesting to see where this reward program can lead PayPal in terms of increase in total payment value. The post-purchase also gets interesting because something that PayPal wants to do to become a commerce platform is to create what they call the shopper profile. Basically, instead of letting the consumer go on any one of the e-commerce websites and purchase things manually, PayPal would basically identify the shopper profile because they know their needs and their purchase habits by heart, and they would customize the recommendations so that the consumer doesn't have to think much and is really shown what they need to buy as much as possible. And this program, with the power users that PayPal has selected, has increased the checkout total value by a factor of 1.8 for the post-purchase active users. And 80 million shopper profiles were permissioned in 2024 to personalized checkout, meaning a lot of people are opting in to this program. What does it mean then in terms of revenue for PayPal? Here is a very interesting chart that shows you basically the lower part here that you see in the numbers in black highlighted in a white background. It shows you the penetration of every one of the consumer value propositions for PayPal. So when you receive a payment, as you can see in the left, the penetration of consumers that just receive or send payments on PayPal is about 20 to 30%, with an average revenue per account of $5. And I don't know if this is per year or per month. Actually, I think it's here it's per year because they say 12-month revenue per account. But this value increases to $14 with a penetration of 80%, with consumers that also check out online. So people that not only send money or receive money through PayPal, but also people that buy things and pay with PayPal. But the thing is, the penetration of PayPal is much lower when it comes to paying with a debit card, for example, the PayPal debit card. And that could increase the average revenue per account to $25. So basically almost doubling the RPA compared to consumers that only use PayPal as a payment method, but not as a debit card. And this can also increase the market share of PayPal and as a consequence, the share price. In terms of other programs, if you use the Buy Now, Pay Later program by PayPal, the total revenue per account over 12 months increases to $75. And really here you can see that it's starting to scale very nicely. And finally, if consumers engage after a purchase and really come back and use PayPal more and more, the IRPA over 12 months is $94. So very interesting potential for PayPal here. And now moving on to Venmo. Venmo is used by mid to high income consumers the most. You see here that the penetration is about 64% compared to 62% for Apple. And consumers that use the Venmo app visited more than 10 times and have more than 60 friends. So really, really a big network of users, mainly in the US. About 270 billion P2P volume in 2024, and more than the doubling of the teen accounts. So here it's good to see that PayPal is also attracting the new generations and building a consumer base from the ground up. The omnichannel spend is also something that PayPal is trying to achieve through Venmo. So I will spare you the details, but basically you see that the Venmo debit card usage has increased more than 30%, and the Pay with Venmo increased more than 20% year over year, which are all very nice figures to see that could translate into higher revenue for PayPal that could be more than double digits in the future. The same chart here that I showed you on PayPal, you can see here on Venmo with the potential if the penetration across all the value propositions on Venmo is reached, potential to increase the I have trouble with this one. The ARPA on PayPal from $10 to about $107 over 12 months. So about a 10x in the ARPA on Venmo. So imagine what that could mean for the total revenue of PayPal and then the total profit, EPS, and share price as a consequence. Here is a screenshot that I didn't want to show you, but I showed you anyway. Monetization of Venmo has increased by 24%. ARPA already increased by 12% year on year. So you can already see some impact on the concrete growth of PayPal, and 50% increase in the Pay with Venmo merchants year over year. And now moving on to the merchant side. On the merchant side, there are three categories that PayPal likes to present. The vaulted experience, where consumers save PayPal for all future purchases. The one-time sale, where consumers trust PayPal on the website, they're not present, and they connect on PayPal to pay with their balance. And then the last creation by PayPal that made a big buzz last year but has not yet shown significant revenue increase is showing hope for 2025, and it's called Fastlane. It basically allows consumers that go on a website that they don't know to not have to log in or not have to enter any credit card details. All they would have to do is to click on Pay with PayPal, and everything would be taken care of, from the payment to the fulfillment to the shipping details, and then later on, if there is any issue, to the return and conflict management on the PayPal platform. Fastlane was used to eliminate the friction of guest checkout. It has led to a 40% opt-in rate for consumers, 36% faster checkout, a 51% conversion lift. What you don't see on this slide is something that the manager at PayPal said. He said that more than 54% of checkout experiences are abandoned when consumers realize that they have to opt in or they have to enter their credit card detail. So when you see here that there is a 51% conversion lift, it means that now more than 70% of consumers who opt to pay with PayPal end up paying and finishing the transaction, which is an immense argument in favor of PayPal with merchants. Fastlane attracts and re-engages PayPal users. So 25% of the Fastlane users are new to PayPal. But the interesting thing is that more than 50% of users already had an inactive PayPal account that they wouldn't use. But now, thanks to the Fastlane checkout experience that consumers see on their on the websites or the apps where they want to buy their items, these consumers end up reusing PayPal, which is a very, very good result. I remember a number which is that the inactive users have decreased by 4% already thanks to Fastlane, which is very good news. So Fastlane is not all about engaging and attracting new users. It's also about reactivating the dormant users or inactive users on PayPal. And this is very, very good news. Fastlane is slated to be rolled out over the next 2 to 3 years. Already 30% of the US base has been covered, and in the future the plan is to expand to the UK, Germany, and later on the rollout will be done across the world with the ambition to phase out old experiences so that Fastlane becomes the reflex for consumers who use PayPal. And finally, on the merchant side, merchants will see a unified solution, so they wouldn't have to ask for specific PayPal merchant solutions. They can now go on PayPal Open and really have this one platform for all business, help them power their payments, drive growth, and operate smarter as per PayPal's words. And finally, one thing I wanted to show you is that the ambition to have personalized experiences will be done through APIs. And this is something very nice to see, that PayPal will not only be a button that you use to pay for your transactions, but it will become actually a shopping companion for the consumers, but also a platform that enables merchants, big brands, and e-commerce platforms to push their products. And in between, imagine all the potential that I showed you earlier on the ad business that PayPal can tap into, and this leads to a multi-billion increase in revenue potential for PayPal. So all of this very, very encouraging, and also a lot of ambition with SMBs. You must know that PayPal is a leader among SMBs, and they have a lot of plans for these small and medium businesses as well. And finally, there is a lot of untapped potential also on the international front. And here there is a slide here showing you all the potential in the different countries where the main countries where PayPal operates with the highest GDP and purchasing power with the different penetration rates. And you see, for example, just one highlight from this slide is that offline commerce and ad commerce with credit revenue potential is pretty much untapped worldwide at PayPal. But also when you look at the left side, even the online commerce potential can still be fulfilled outside of the US, because in the US, the penetration of PayPal is 17%. But in other countries like the UK, Canada, and Western Europe and Australia, the penetration is much lower. So lots and lots of potential to grow even in the core PayPal business. So that's it. There is clear momentum globally at PayPal, and this Investor Day was a very interesting one that I highly encourage you to go listen to. This was just a summary that I tried to do in one shot for you. Sorry for the bugs and the words that I'm trying to find to make it simple enough for you to understand. And let's move on now to the charts. You can see here that PayPal has a lot of ground to cover to come back to its highest ever price that was reached around summer of 2021. PayPal has lost a lot of ground ever since. The only company that really decreased by this much but then recovered all of its lost value was Meta, that went from, I don't know, was $400 to $500 if I remember, to about $70, and is now priced at about $700 a share without any dilution. Well, PayPal has lost 83% from peak to froth, and as of today the price has decreased by about 75% since the peak of 2021. So it shows you basically that PayPal has a potential to 4x if we consider just simply that PayPal could reach its all-time high value, knowing that PayPal is doing a lot of burns, that there is a lot of ambition, as you can see from the Investor Day, on the different solutions for merchants and consumers. and the earnings report that is planned for next week, July 29, estimates are running at 8.08 billion revenue for Q2 2025, and earnings at $1.297 per share. So this is what we are expecting for next week. You can see here that the share price has been on an uptrend since the lowest value that was reached during the beginning of the tariff wars. Hopefully we're seeing an end to it, and PayPal can finally get back to its good momentum that it had earlier this year, going up to about $92, $95. Today the price is about $78, 2 days before the earnings call, And I will make another video later on showing the different outcomes that could have happened on PayPal, and then the reality that we will see in the next few days once Alex Chris and his team present the results of Q2. So thank you for listening to this video.